Okay, so we all know a fast website is a must-have, right? But what's actually under the hood making that happen? In this explainer, we're going to peek behind the curtain at WPX hosting and really get to the bottom of their speed engine. And don't worry, we're skipping all the confusing tech speak.
But before we dive in, let's frame this the right way. I want you to really think about your own website for a second. What does a single tiny second of extra load time actually cost you? I mean, it's just 1 second, right? Well, it's a way bigger deal than you probably think.
Yeah, the stakes they're huge. That 1 second, it's costing you customers who just get impatient and click away. It's costing you your spot in Google rankings because, Google loves speed. And when you add all that up, it's costing you actual revenue. See, speed isn't just some nice to have feature. It's literally the foundation of your entire online business.
All right, so how does WPX solve this problem? Well, it all boils down to what I like to call the 3 pillars of performance. Think of these as the powerhouse engine for your site speed. Okay, so pillar number 1 is their custom CDN, or content delivery network. Now, the concept here is actually super simple and honestly kind of brilliant. Imagine you own a chain of coffee shops all around the world. Instead of making someone in Paris fly to New York for your coffee, you just have a shop right there for them. A CDN does the exact same thing, but with your website's content. And the result? It's simple. It means a super fast experience for every single person who visits your site. Doesn't matter if they're in London, LA, or Tokyo. It basically just erases the physical distance, but digitally. Now let's move on to the second pillar, high-performance SSD servers. You remember those old clunky computers, right? The ones with the whirring hard drives? Those things had actual spinning platters and a little arm that had to physically find the data. SSDs, totally different. They have 0 moving parts. Think of them like a souped-up flash drive, grabbing information instantly. We're talking what, up to 20 times faster than those old clunkers. So the bottom line here is that your website's data, all its files, its database, the whole shebang, it's all served up and processed at the absolute fastest speed you can get. There's no physical waiting around. Every request just gets handled, bam, instantly. And that brings us to our third and final pillar, which is smart caching. Honestly, the best way to explain caching is to think of it as your website's short-term memory. It remembers the parts of your site that get a lot of traffic and keeps a ready-to-go copy right on hand, just in case. So, what happens is when a visitor comes back to your site, or when tons of people hit a popular page, the server doesn't have to rebuild that page from scratch every single time. Nope, it just hands over that saved copy. And that move right there drastically, and I mean drastically, cuts down load times. It's what makes a site feel incredibly snappy and responsive. Okay, so having these 3 pillars is one thing, but the real magic, the secret sauce, is how they all work together. It's about building a system that's not just fast, but is rock solid and stable, especially when you're under pressure. And this really shows you the difference. Just imagine this scenario. Your new blog post or product, it goes viral. On a lot of other hosts, that sudden flood of traffic would make the server just grind to a halt. Load times would skyrocket. But with a system like WPX's, this is where the pillars work as a team. The CDN takes the first big hit of global traffic. The cache is busy serving up those pre-made pages to the crowds. And the super fast SSDs are just zipping through any brand new requests. They kind of protect each other, which keeps your load times low and the experience great for everyone. And, that kind of stability doesn't just happen by accident. It's the direct result of that system working in perfect harmony, where each part makes the other's jobs easier. It really is a performance trifecta. And on top of all that, it's all being watched over by real-time monitoring to make sure everything is running at 100%, 24/7. So we've gone through the how. Now let's talk about the payoff. Let's connect all this technology back to what really matters. Why speed wins you more business. I mean, it really is a tale of 2 completely different websites. On one hand, you have the slow site. It's just hemorrhaging visitors. People get annoyed and bounce. Google sees that, and your rankings drop. Your users are just frustrated. But then you have the fast WPX site. It just pulls people in, visitors stick around, they're more engaged, your search rankings get a nice boost, and all of that engagement turns directly into more leads, more sales, more conversions. The difference is, well, it's night and day. So here's the most important thing to take away from all this. This isn't some super exclusive feature that you need to be a tech genius to use. By building these performance pillars right into the core of their hosting, WPX makes sure that every single site is built for speed, right from the get-go.
Everybody gets this massive competitive advantage.
So I'm going to leave you with this one thought. Your website, it's your digital front door. It's the very first impression you make on a potential customer. So you have to ask yourself, when someone shows up, is that door swinging open instantly, welcoming them in? Or is it stuck, making them stand outside and wait?